Credit cards explained. How to use them without getting burned. Credit cards aren't good or bad by themselves, they're a tool. And the outcome depends entirely on how the tool gets used. Used one way, a card builds your credit and hands you real protections and rewards. Used another way, it becomes one of the most expensive debts you can carry. Let's make sure you're always on the first side of that line. A credit card is, functionally, a short-term loan issued to you for every purchase, technically due back in full at the end of each billing cycle. Understanding it this way, as a loan you're borrowing and repaying constantly, not free money changes how it feels to use one. Here's the single most important mechanic to understand: the grace period. If you pay your full statement balance by the due date, most cards charge 0 interest on that cycle's purchases. Pay in full, consistently, and a credit card can genuinely cost you nothing to use. The moment any part of that balance carries over, the grace period disappears. And interest begins accruing daily on top of what you owe, compounding the same way we cover in our credit card debt video. What was a free short-term loan instantly becomes one of the most expensive debts available. It's worth repeating in this context. The minimum payment is deliberately small and calculated to keep you paying for a very long time. If you ever find yourself only covering the minimum, that's the clearest possible signal to slow new spending and focus on payoff, which we walk through fully in our debt videos. Used the right way, cards offer genuine advantages, building a credit history that helps you qualify for future loans at better rates, strong fraud protection compared to a debit card, and in many cases purchase protections you wouldn't otherwise have. These are real, not marketing when the balance is paid in full. Rewards can be genuinely valuable, but there's a trap hiding inside them. Spending more specifically to earn a reward almost always costs more than the reward is worth. A card that gives back a small percentage doesn't offset spending you wouldn't have otherwise made. Rewards work best as a bonus on spending you were already going to do. Some cards charge an annual fee in exchange for stronger benefits. Whether that's worth it comes down to simple math. If the benefits you'll actually use are worth more than the fee, it can make sense. If the fee sits there as a cost with no offsetting use, it's just a cost. Here's a detail worth knowing: even if you pay your balance in full every month, your reported utilization is often based on your statement balance at closing, which can still show as high if you charge a lot in a given cycle. A quick payment before the statement closes, which we cover in our credit score video, can help here too. Holding more than one card has real trade-offs. On the plus side, more available credit generally lowers your utilization, and different cards can offer different category rewards. On the downside, more accounts mean more to track, and more available credit can be a temptation if spending isn't already under control. Neither answer is universally right. Here's a simple rule that keeps you on the safe side of all of this. Never charge more in a month than you could pay in cash if the card didn't exist. If a purchase only feels possible because of the card, that's worth pausing on before you make it. Set up guardrails that don't rely on remembering to automate a payment for the full statement balance every cycle. Turn on spending alerts. And check the app on a regular basis, rather than only when the statement arrives. Guardrails built into the system protect you even on a busy week. If you're already carrying a balance right now, none of this is a reason for guilt, it's simply a signal to shift focus. Pause new spending where you can, and move into the step-by-step payoff approach from our credit card debt video. The habits in this video are exactly what keep you out once you're clear. The bottom line is simple. A credit card is a payment tool with a short float built in, not a loan you should ever plan to carry. Treat it that way, pay in full, use the guardrails, take the real benefits, and it works entirely in your favor. Let's recap. A credit card is a short-term loan with a grace period that can make it free to use if you pay in full. Carrying a balance flips that instantly. Use the real benefits, watch the rewards trap, weigh annual fees honestly, and build guardrails so none of it depends on memory alone. If this helped, follow Liberty Wealth Insights for more financial education, made simple, in plain English, no jargon. We'll see you in the next one.